He's running for Billings mayor, one of 7 candidates. Good morning and thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Victoria. Thank you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. And we're talking about 3 specific questions today that we've been asking the other candidates as well. First of all, we want to know, in your eyes, what do you think is the biggest challenge the city of Billings faces right now?
Right now, we are in such a phenomenal phase of growth. And so for us to continue this growth with education, with temperance, and with compassion to everybody, we've got to factor in a lot of issues. And one of the things that we've got to factor in is what the heck are we going to do with our youth that we're having a hard time retaining? You know, we have very little tech industry here, and that's a growth unit, really 22% a year tech industry grows. So to be able to retain our youth as we grow, to make sure that we've got some sewers in place that are working when we have these annexations that are huge in the city. These are issues that we can't not address at this time, especially when it comes to our fire department. We had a recommendation in 2003 for 2 more firehouses that we never even received. And if you look at the population density of Billings then and now, I think you can do the math on the fact that we've got some growth issues right now.
All right, and folks want to know, what life experiences do you have that you think might make you the best candidate for Billings mayor?
In the city charter, it states very clearly that the mayor is the intercessor for the people and bringing the people's voice to the council, as well as the council's vision to the people. My entire background is media, messaging, and intercession, and I have a marketing background that's very powerful. I've lived in Los Angeles, Seattle. I've run small businesses here in Billings as well as those 2 other places. So I have an ability to go ahead and frame up everything that we are looking at in town and bring that in a format that people can understand. If I'm elected mayor, I'm going to actually be producing weekly videos, several of them, putting them up through social media, 2 minutes, bullet points of what you can expect in the city council news. My background is in intercession. I'm also a Christian pastor at Unity Church, which is different than the Unitarian Church. They're 2 different denominations. And so I really truly believe that it's important for whomever is mayor to hold the heart of the city for all people. Because simply running a city off of spreadsheets is not the mayor's job. That's the city administrator. Knowing every single bullet point of law is not necessarily the mayor's job. That's the city attorney. The mayor's job is intercession, presentation, and holding that heart of the city. And I am uniquely qualified in those areas.
All right, we all need that messenger. And last, a lot of people are talking about one Big Sky Center, and there was talk about using the Billings tax increment financing funds towards the center. Do you think that's where the money should go?
Oh, I think it's a great idea. And what people don't understand about TIF financing, which I'm actually really surprised is such a big bullet point in this election, considering we've got roads to plow and firehouses to build. However, what's cool about tax increment financing is that people tend to think that we're robbing money from schools and other places to use this. Actually, tax increment financing works a heck of a lot like a car alternator that powers its own self, that powers its own battery. Yes, I think it's a great application for TIF funds for One Big Sky Center, because you raise the value of an area with a TIF, okay? The taxes go up in that area. You take that tax increase and you snap it off and you put it back into the pot and it funds itself. So TIFs are basically self-funding allocations. So do I think it's a great idea to actually draw those millions of dollars into One Big Sky Center that we are losing categorically to Portland, to Denver, to Boise? Millions of dollars that could be coming to our town? Absolutely, in building that One Big Sky Center. We will maintain all of that money here. The TIF financing is not a handout, gang. It's not a handout. It's actually designed to break off and go back into the area that was designed for renovation in the first place. So yes, I'm very much for that.
All right, well, interesting points. Danielle, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We certainly do appreciate it. Here, look at some very important upcoming dates. Primary happening September 12th and general November 7th, but ballots being mailed out on August 25th.